Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. We got to find out how good that draft was. Before that, though, All-Star Weekend. Shout out to Brian Reynolds, who is currently leading the majors in home runs and leading the way for the home run derby. Shout out to Brian Reynolds. Check the All-Star game in a minute. Yeah, so AL Jake DeGrom would have been the starter. Do we really care about All-Star all that much? I kind of don't. Just in terms of who would have made it. I guess Devers made it for us this year, which is not a surprise. Who else? Insane that Sale didn't make it, isn't it? Isn't it? All right, the Mets. Okay. Let's take a look at this. The Mets want 29-year-old Raphael Devers. Who are they offering? Ooh. 23-year-old B72 Alex Ramirez. That's a decent start. That's a decent start. They're offering a starting pitcher. Shout out to Mo for the 32 months on the primer. 24-year-old B potential 71 overall Blake Tidwell. And a reliever, Junior Santos, who sucks. Ramirez and Tidwell aren't bad. It would be a perfect time to move Devers if we knew for sure that third baseman was good. We don't. That's the issue. We have no idea if that third baseman's good. You want to talk about a risk? It'd be moving Devers here without knowing how good that third baseman is. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass. Apparently, value-wise, it's in my favor? Really? I'm going to hold off. It's not bad, but I am going to hold off. All right. Our first look at the draft picks. Our first look. Actually, no, wait. We're in the wrong spot. That's right. We still got to negotiate first. Damn it. I just want to know how good he is. I just want to know how good he is, though. Okay. 35% interest for Chen. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Okay. Right. We got our work cut out for us. Chen and Brown are going to be constant focuses for us to up their value as much as we possibly can. And then a bunch of other dudes as well. It's not looking too good. Let's try to find out more about Saunders in terms of scouting. Yeah, I hope Dave and Doug like money. I hope they do. Because they're about to get a lot of it as the Orioles pick up Jose Miranda for prospect Aaron Sueikos and outfielder John Rhodes. So, indeed it is, Stephen. Indeed it is. All right. We're also able to scout Chen a little bit. Oh my God, Brown he's a monster. We got Saunders a little bit scouted. Let's keep him in there for a little bit longer. Keep moving on. The Angels. Okay, we have another offer for Devers. This time, first baseman Joaquin Novoa. Not sold. Reliever Sean Tuttman. Not sold. Starting pitcher Bob Asensio, who I was looking at once upon. That just got tough to say no to. That just got very tough to say no to. Tupman, Navoa, or throwaways. We're looking at Bob Asensio. Imagine Bob Asensio and Roger Rodriguez, who's already up by 3 overall points this year, leading our pitching staff in the next decade. I think I have to take that. I think I have to. Again, I love Devers, but right now he's harming the team more than he's benefiting us, in that we are trying to be bad, and it's tough to be bad when you have Raphael Devers on your team. I mean, an 8.73 OPS this season, I'm sure it's the highest on the team. Again, we still have him signed forever and ever, amen, but we also can't seem to tank into a top 5 pick situation. And indeed, we did just draft a third baseman who we're about to throw a shitload of money to hopefully be the guy. I think we take this. I think we do. I wasn't sure if I was ever actually going to get rid of Devers. We are going to trade Raphael Devers to the Angels for Bob Asensio and 2 other guys. Meaning the Angels will have Vinny Pasquantino. Holy shit. They need help in the infield. They don't have a second baseman. One of those guys will move over. They already picked up Dansby Swanson. And of course, Mike Trout's still there. As a favor to Mike Trout and Andrew McCutchen, Raphael Devers has been traded to the Angels. Not an easy trade to make. Not at all. But look at that. That right there is the future for us. A 1-2 punch. And look at Roger Rodriguez, man. He's not doing that bad. Poor Devers going to the Angels. That said, really quickly, the team should actually be okay. We'll just leave it. And again, we have Corey Lee at catcher now, which is great. So Devers is gone. The Marlins. Sogard for Garrett. Doesn't matter. They've offered that before. All right, Chen. Everything's still looking okay for you. Saunders, 62-92. I mean, you're still going to be worth signing. Let's look a little bit here at Logan. But we got to keep these top 2, our first 2-round picks, as the focus. Does great things for the Red Sox, and you trade him to the Angels. Hey. What can I say? Let's keep Logan here to get him over the 50%. Yeah, let's keep Logan there yet again. Hopefully the stream is not dying. Twitch servers. Twitch servers, don't you die on me. Don't you die on me, Twitch servers. Thank you. All right. Okay. And we continue to scout out Chen, and my God, those numbers aren't dropping. Those numbers aren't dropping. Let's take Nate Logan out of there. I don't think we're going to be able to sign Saunders. I don't think we're going to be able to sign Palmer either, but I'd like to find out more about Charlie Palmer. Interesting little trade here. Phillies acquire, yeah. I wonder how good that starting pitcher is. So one thing I don't like about the trade screen, it doesn't show you potential. Potential doesn't tell you the whole story. Decent deal for the Phillies, though. Dodgers, Chris Sale for Chris Bubich. Chris Sale, who is the tank commander, he's going nowhere. He is going nowhere. Twins offers Bailey Ober for Christian Arroyo. I'm going to say no to that. You know, it's fair. I don't know if that, yeah, that screen isn't there anymore. So, okay, overall started to drop a little bit for Chen, but that potential's still up there. Doug Brown is awesome. He's pretty much a guaranteed B unless our scouts are way off base. And we kind of know that Charlie Palmer as a best guess 6th round pick isn't all that good. Let's get Hester 100% scouted, or at least close to it. Dodgers, Colby Allard. Man, they really want to trade there. Woo Sox have too many players on their roster. Let's send that first baseman that we picked up in that last trade just down to single A for now. Dodgers, Max Muncy for Jarren Duran. I mean, Muncy's 35 years old. He's a 78. I mean, Duran makes the team worse. So we'll hold off. Yankees, Carl Edwards, not the race car driver, for John Schreiber. We'll decline that trade as well. Okay, here we go. The final day before signing day. It's still looking good for Chen. That overall is still dropping, but it hasn't plummeted. Ooh, Hester. You know, I mean, I know Hester's 23, but that overall being, you know, mid to high 50s, he might become something maybe. Again, I'm still hoping our scout's a little bit wrong. What is the lowest interest? It's Saunders. We'll get him in for the final run. So here we go. Guardians, Arroyo for Nolan Jones. I mean, honestly, Nolan Jones isn't, in theory, a bad stopgap at third base. And Nick York's about ready. We've tried to get rid of Christian Arroyo for a couple seasons. Honestly, I think we do this. We let Arroyo move on to Cleveland. Maybe he wins a World Series. We get Nolan Jones as a stopgap at third base until Chen's ready. And that opens up second base for Nick York. Cleveland, you got yourselves a deal. We'll send Christian Arroyo out to the Guardians. Blue Jays, a deal for Austin. Jesus. I mean, Colby Allard is a 28-year-old starter, but obviously we're going to have space at starter. We'd pick up a stopgap catcher. I mean, he's a bit stronger to back up Corey Lee. We're getting good offers here. I'm going to take that too. And the Dodgers offer us a deal on deadline day. I don't want Max Muncy. And here we go. This is the day. This is the day. $9 million in bonus money. Brown and Chen take top priority. And we will be offering Chen max interest. Oh my God, I don't know if he's going to sign this. It's only 59%. Lord. Lord, please. Lord, I beg you. Oh, thank you, God. Thank you. Thank God. We'll find out how good he is in a few moments. Thank God. That would have been a disaster. Doug Brown, I'm going to offer you as much money as I can. Oh my God, he's even more of a coin flip. Dougie, please. Dougie. Whew. We get our top two picks when the odds were very, 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 very much against us. You watch. Darren Hester will reject, right? Darren. Honestly, screw the allotment money, Darren. I'm going to offer you a max deal because I have the money. Darren Hester signs as well. That's our first three picks. Preston Saunders, our 4th round pick. Oh my God. Well, I don't think Preston's coming here. Yeah, so our 4th round reliever, Preston Saunders, said no thank you. What about this random 5th rounder the third baseman, Nate Logan. He said yes. And then the final guy, Charlie Palmer, also said no. So we did not add those two relievers, but we did get everybody else, which is huge. Which is absolutely huge. And now it is time to view these draft picks. Chat, are we ready? Are we ready? How good is Chen?
Emotional damage.
Okay, but here comes a pizza. See it? Oh, jeez.
Highly unnecessary.
Guy with the Patriots jacket, and of course he's been asked to leave the ball game for ruining a good piece of pizza.
All right. Negatives. See potential. The positives. 70 overall at 18 years old. The negatives. We did just trade Raphael Devers to the Angels to free up a spot. Positive. We did get an ace, hopefully, a future 1-2 punch with Rodriguez. Negative. This is what happens when you scout someone or draft someone without scouting them, because everyone that you did scout sucks. At least according to our scouts, who might have been wrong about that too. Positive is going to be our next guy right here. Okay. We're back. We're back. Okay. All right. We did get Doug Brown in the second round. 62 overall, 19 years old, A potential for Dougie. We needed that. We needed that. So again, Chen, top 10 worthy? Maybe not. Brown, yes. So let's just say we took Doug Brown, 10th overall, and we got David Chen in the second round, and everything's fine, right? So Doug Brown looks like he's going to be awesome. Hester is the interesting one. As we knew, he was older, was going to have a high potential. Unfortunately, the overall is accurate at a 58. However, he's fucking rapid, as you can see where my webcam normally is. He is fast. Even if he makes a career as a pinch runner, I mean, hey, for a third round pick, switch hitter, decent contact, that's not bad. He can't bunt worth the fuck, but hey, he's okay-ish. He's a utility man who can't play any other positions. It's okay. It was worth the risk in the third round. Nate Logan, 19 years old, A potential, but he starts as a 43. I mean, by age 29, he's going to be ready to go. So who's to say? Honestly, oh my God. The scouted potential there. I mean, look at that. Doug Brown actually has a better potential than what was scouted. Oh, Nate Logan's a 99. Nate Logan's a 99. He might actually make it. It'll take him a little bit, but he might make it. 19 years old, 43. So third base. Third base. We're kind of covered now. And who knows what happens with Hester, and Brown looks like he's going to be a stud. I think we did okay. I think we did okay in that draft. Yes, we didn't get the 2 relievers, but we did okay in that draft, and we pulled off a blockbuster Devers trade to get another top-notch starting pitching prospect. I think we're looking all right. I think we're looking okay here. So, elsewhere, the New York Yankees picked up a DeAndre Frisch. So, he's okay. Lower overall, but 18 years old. Their only other good player was Hideki Ka, who I was looking at. He's not very good. Very low overall for a 22-year-old. Tampa Bay, yeah, see, Claudio Zapata. I knew it. Man, so Zapata wasn't the only trap. He wasn't the only trap. David Chen was the same way. And yeah, there was no way I would have taken Zapata with that pick. Frank Villafuerte, a potential 21 years old and a 57. Again, we wanted him more than we wanted Hester, but Villafuerte was picked first. So we had the right idea. They also ended up with Vinny Chavez if you prefer. 21 years old, 45, but 88 potential. It's a B. Long shot to make it. The Blue Jays, GG's, good draft. Good draft. I mean, that guy's a 72 at 19 years old. That's insane. But is only a C potential. Chicago, Steven Aguilar, 18 years old, 57. That's not bad. He was their only B player or higher, including Romeo Quintana, who I was looking at, who was the lowest overall player I think I've seen yet. Cleveland, Mike Jones, but also ended up with that closer. Wow, so Doug Brown was better than Brian Chang. We were looking at Chang as the number 1, but Doug Brown was even better. So that's nice. That's really nice. Detroit, Jonas Zamora, very, very good. Kenny Smith, very, very solid as well. Those were the only 2 B potential guys. I think Kionis was there as well, but we weren't really looking at him. Jesus, they do. So there's a chance we could go for them if they're half decent. Kansas City, their only decent guy is Julian Vaccaro. He's rapid compared to our actual guy, but still 18 years old, 55 overall, B potential is not bad. This was a really hit or miss draft. At least from last year, it was if we don't sign them, they ended up in free agency. I don't know if they go back into the draft or not. We'll find out this year. The Twins ended up with no B potential prospects or higher, but they did draft a guy named Jonah Hammer. And I mean, in the name department, they're rich because Jonah Hammer. Jonah Hammer. Houston ended up with no B potential guys or higher. This draft was a shat show, and given how well we did, I think we need to be easier on ourselves here. I think we did pretty damn good. I think we did. Angels, no B potential players or higher. Wow. Like Darryl Kennedy was close, but still. Oakland, Clifford Feldman, solid. Jose Manuel, okay. And that's it for B potentials or better. This is a really weird draft. Seattle, 1 B potential guy, and it's Quentin Rush, who's a 55 at 18, not a bad reliever. But yeah, not a great draft for them either. Texas, Enrique Magana, 60 overall at 21, B potential. He's not bad. 60's kind of rough. Robert Dalton's looking a little bit better. Holy shit. First baseman Steve Alfonso, a potential, 18 years old, 52 overall, but then a 23-year-old in Byron McDermott, who's only a 54, so a little bit rough there. Really interesting draft for the Rangers there. I'd say the 2 starting pitchers in this first baseman, that's a pretty good haul for them. Atlanta, 1 B potential guy, Manny Uribe, the reliever. He's fine, solid. They really swung and missed in that first round, though. Marlins took Brian Chen, the center fielder. Honestly, I think I'd rather have our guy than Brian Chen at center field, even though center field was a bigger position of need entering the draft. Like, he starts at a 56, you know? Our guy starts at a 70. So I think we did okay. I think we did. The only other B potential guy was Mackenzie Salinas, who's fine. 1953 in a B potential for him. The Mets took Satchel Prado. He's solid. One away from being an A. 62 at 18 years old. He was their only B potential guy, though they actually ended up with 3 D-rated prospects. That's nuts. Philadelphia, not a single B-rated player. Ray Owens is there, who's fast, but that's it. There are a lot of teams that did not end up with a single B-rated prospect. We had a very good draft. Top 3 so far, if not top 2. Bare minimum. Washington, Casey Porter, he's fine. 18 years old, 60 overall, B potential. He was their only B or higher. Cubs, not a single B potential player or higher. Holy shit, we really did do okay. 3 Ds. You called it a deep draft. I called it a deep draft in the outfield. And that was based off of my scouts. My scouts called it a deep draft. Thank you very much. Cincinnati, not a single B potential player or higher. Milwaukee, Edgar Sanchez, 1864, 93 potential. He might be the best player we've seen in the draft so far. He was their only B potential guy or higher. Pittsburgh struck out with Luke Robertson. They did get reliever Luis Trujillo, who we were looking at. And he's okay. The Rockies had the number 1 pick, if I'm not mistaken, right? We haven't gotten there yet. So Trujillo was okay. Palmeiro wouldn't have been bad. He's 1 away, though, from being a B. And then Dustin Seibel, whatever. So they got a couple of decent relievers in the draft. I'm a little bit jealous. St. Louis swung and missed. O'Hara was their top prospect. He's not bad, but he is a C potential. They really need him to go up to a B. They missed out on everyone else. Arizona. Some teams bombed during this draft. My God. My God. The number 1 overall pick, Sean McCallum. They went off the board to take him, and Colorado missed. They missed badly. Wow. Wow. They didn't have a single B potential player, and their number 1 overall pick was that guy. The Dodgers, Estevan Arrojo, left fielder, not bad. Overall age, he was their only B, though. San Diego, Spencer Chow, very good for a B potential prospect. And Johnny Comer, also very good. So good for the Padres to get 2 solid starters. San Francisco ended up with catcher Oswaldo Morales, very good. Ooh, look at this. Frank Mendez, not too bad. Overall, is a little bit low for a 21-year-old. Goleski at catcher, solid. And Leonard Dodson at catcher, eh. It took fucking 4 catches. Let's say shout out to Big Bo, by the way. Thank you for the follow. Interesting draft for the Giants. Technically not bad, but holy shit. Baltimore. Okay. Reminder. Colorado took this guy number 1 when he was projected to not be a first-round pick, if I'm not mistaken. So Baltimore, number 2, selected Jack Leroy, who was projected to go number 1. Colorado just said, you can have him, to Baltimore, who already have good pitching prospects. Jesus. Big Bo, thank you. Appreciate that. I'm glad we got to play some NCAA before baseball came out. They also picked up Chris Cutliff and Juan Lachera. Holy shit. Baltimore wins. Baltimore wins. We had a top 3, top 5 draft at worst. Baltimore wins. Again. Between Jack Leroy, whatever you prefer, Chris Cutcliffe, and Juan Lucero, Jesus. Fucking Baltimore, man. Baltimore. Again, we did okay. We certainly did okay, but Baltimore won it. Baltimore definitely won that draft.